Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a flip through of my Hobonichi Cousin for the first quarter of 2024 so far. Here is how the top is looking. It's getting nice and chunky, which I appreciate. There's the side view. I haven't decorated the outside at all, but inside I do have my vision boards for this year. There's still some empty space in case I want to go back and add anything to them. But here's how they look so far. This one's pretty much full. The next part of my planner that I've actually filled out is the monthly calendars. And I've been using these to document gratitude and highlights from the month. And I do have these videos up on my channel, so I will link them in the cards if you want to check them out. I'm really enjoying doing this. It's such a great way to focus on the good and look back at the month as a whole and see what happened and see what progress I made. I'm also having fun using the bullet journal kits because that's mainly what I use for the base of the spread, and then I just pull in smaller random stickers from my collection to tie everything together. So here's January's, of course. Then we have February. Whoops. And March. And I just realized that these are kind of monochromatic, as in January was blue, then we have red, and now green. I didn't intend that, but it looks pretty cool. It's almost like a rainbow effect, so probably by the end of the year I'll have one in every color, which will be really fun. Alright, and then we come to the weekly spreads. So here's my first spread of the year. I always use this particular kit, which is from my shop, and I just love how it looks. It's such a clean, fresh, light start to the new year. Overall, I like this spread. I think it's really balanced. Very cute. I'm happy with it. Here's my second spread. This is using the Winter Wonderland kit from my shop, and it also incorporates that same bullet journal spread or bullet journal kit I showed you from my January monthly spread. I like this one a lot too. It's so different from this one. This one is just so clean, very simple, kind of straightforward. And then this one has like the watercolor swatches and the ripped paper, and just it's really different. And I like how I did the layering as well. That looks really cool looking back on it. Have to do more of that in the future. This is my pre-birthday week spread. I usually do 2 birthday kits because I love all the fun, bright colors. This is, of course, no exception. In this one, I really like how it also kind of has a rainbow vibe without being too, like, all over the place, because the week before my birthday is always really busy since I do a birthday event in the shop. So I don't want my planner to be crazy because I do need it functionally, but it still looks really cute, which is what I appreciate. This was my actual birthday week, and as you can see here, I went a little bit more crazy with the colors and decorations since I had most of everything already planned and prepared for the birthday sale, and I was able to kind of relax and just enjoy the fun of planning. I also put in some little Bitmojis, which I think is really cute. This is the transition week from January to February, and for this week I always like to use the same kit, the Winter Winston kit from my shop. I just feel like the colors are really good for going in between 2 months. This was kind of a weird week for me because my sister's work schedule was off, so that kind of affected my planning. One thing I did this week that I don't normally do is make little arrows with a mild liner. I really like how that looks, and it's such a great way to designate time. So I'm going to have to do that more because I have tons of mild liners and I love using them. So here is my first Valentine's Day spread. I also do 2 Valentine's Day spreads a year because I love the color combination of red and pink. There's not really much to say about this one. It's very straightforward, very traditional. Didn't do anything really unusual, except I did layer some washi tapes here and there to take up some space. This Valentine's Day week, oh, by the way, all these kits are from my shop unless I say otherwise, in case you're wondering where anything is from. Or if you have a question about a specific sticker, you can leave it down below. So this one, I used a Hobonichi Cousin kit as well as the Valentine's Day Winston bullet journal set, which had these really big Winstons on it. So cute. I love them. I wish I had, maybe I should just make giant Winstons of all the Winstons in my shop, and then I would always have a supply of giant Winstons. I'm gonna have to think about that. Anyway, this is one of my favorite spreads in this planner so far. I just love the colors. I think it's really balanced, and I love the mix of the really square, blunt, kind of normal stickers with the watercolor swatches, more abstract style stickers. Here is the super minimal spread I did using only clear stickers. I do have a video up on my channel showing how I did this. So I like how it looks, I really do, and it was fun to put together. But flipping to it directly from a spread like this, it does look kind of boring and sort of sad in a way. It doesn't make me feel sad, but I definitely think I'm more of a colorful planning person. But this was really fun to try, and I'm glad I did it. And of course, I still like using all the clear icons and the clear scripts. I just don't think I'm ever gonna transition into this type of planning permanently. Okay, this week I used the Positivity Winston kit from my shop, another one of my favorite spreads. This was my first time using this kit, and I think it turned out really well. Even though the yellow color in here is not a color that I have a ton of in my collection, and I didn't really get to pull it in, but I don't think it looks bad. I think the colors still work really well together. And I definitely needed the Positivity Winston kit this week because we had some issues at our apartment complex, like a water main bursting, that just, needed a little reminder that a little positivity goes a long way. Okay, this week is the Reading Winston kit from my shop, and I really like how I incorporated the bullet journal elements in the middle of the spread like this. So you have the swatches, the torn paper, and the checklists. I feel like it looks really good because I noticed when I was looking at this spread that I have the elements from the bullet journal set in here, but they're kind of on the bottom or the sides. So I like how in this one they're right in your face and they kind of draw your eye to them. I think it just is a nice change. It looks really good. These colors are so fun and soft, and I feel like it's a great way to transition into spring since this was the beginning of March. I really like using this kit during this time period. Here is my St. Patrick's Day week spread. This was a fun week because I was out of town on a little vacation. I don't really love green in my planner, so honestly this isn't my favorite spread, but I like doing festive spreads for the holidays, and I think it would feel super weird not to do green for St. Patrick's Day, so I'm okay with it. Okay, this spread is one of my all-time favorite ones I've ever done. I don't think it's up on my channel as of the day you're watching this video, but it should be up in a couple days, so just hang on for that. But I love this kit. This is the Spring Picnic kit from my shop. I have used it before, but this is my first time pairing it with this bunny washi, and I absolutely love how it turned out. Here's a close-up of that washi. I know the bunny washi is not an exact color match, but I feel like it goes well enough, and it's just so cute and gives the best spring vibes. So yeah, this might be my favorite spread in the planner so far. And here's my last spread. This is my Resurrection Sunday week spread. I did use another kit from my shop with the little pastel Easter eggs. I feel like it's such a just good tie-in for the season. The colors are really great. It's not too overwhelming because this was another busy week for me. And I also got to pull in this really cute washi with the bunny ears. I love that washi as well. That's from Hobby Lobby, and I don't get to use it very much, so I was happy to bring it in this time. So that's all for weekly spreads. Let's go to my dailies. So in the daily section of my planner, I use it for spending tracking on the first page of the month, and I also decorate the month with some washi tape. And then the actual days, I do Bible study, so I'm not going to flip through all of these, but you get the idea. I will show you the washies I put down. Here's the washies for February. It's got little dachshunds on it, and they're wearing sweaters. How cute is that? That washi is from Jet Pens, I believe. And then Bible studies, same thing. This one I did not do. So the Bible study I'm doing right now is a chronological read-through of the New Testament. This one I didn't do that because I wanted to dive into my devotional from the previous day, so that's why it looks different. And then let me show you the March one real quick. Okay, here's the March one. I like this washi tape a lot too. It's like a very light green, and then it has cherry blossoms on it. And same thing for the Bible studies. I was reading through the Gospels, so lots of the same there. The next thing that I want to show you is at the very back of the planner. Wait, oh, I have it tabbed. I don't know why I'm looking for it when I have it tabbed up there. Okay, and this is where I'm keeping a list of all the books I read in 2024. I have done this before, but I'm doing it slightly different this year. As you can see, I'm just writing the title down as I go. But then in this little square next to the book titles, I'm putting a P if it's a physical book, an E if it's an ebook, and an A if it's an audiobook. So that's how I'm keeping track of my books this year. I really like it. I think it's super fun to mark what kind of book I'm reading. Of course, this is the first year I've gotten into reading ebooks and audiobooks, so that's why I never did this before. I also thought about highlighting them with different colors for what type of book they are, but I don't want it to smear, so I'm just sticking with this. I also put a little Winston up in the corner. And the last thing I want to show y'all is my no spend tracker. So I'm filling this in with mild liners, and last year, if you remember my flip through from last year, I did every single space the same color. I used one pink highlighter the whole year. This year I decided to do each week a different color, and it's been really fun so far. I think the rainbow effect is going to be really pretty when I'm done, as long as I kind of keep my spending minimal so that each week is a very definite color, you know? So that is the last thing I have to show y'all in this planner. I'm going to go back to one of the weekly spreads and show it to y'all. I guess I'll do my favorite one, which is the one with the bunny washies right there. Yeah, I'm going to leave that and probably make it the thumbnail of this video. Okay, so that is it for my Q1 flip through of my Hobonichi Cousin. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I would love to know what you thought down below in the comments. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!